Okay, so this is my. Sorry, I just finished doing my dailies, but this is my first ever stream that I've ever done. This whole thing is very new to me, so feel free to let me know if there's some bullshit going on that I just am unable to make out. Uh, Let me turn the volume down on my end. Uh, so this is gonna be my rewatch of TTSC. It's been a while since I last saw this on CN, but I remember really liking it. I thought on CN it was really fun. It was a great whodunit with great bits of world building. I love Ramona. Lorenz is great. But this is my first time watching it in English, and as you know, as someone who plays the CN stories, it's a little weird, like kind of seeing all of this in English, like for the first time, because like when I play them in CN, I have to like hold my phone up and use Google Translate and shit. So, like being able to finally see it in English it's an experience and a half. Chapter is just so visually striking. It's probably one of my favorite things about it. The aesthetic is just gorgeous. And the music too. The music is incredible.
La cobija de los pobres. El sol.
Inside the stuffy tavern, the gamblers hold their breath, faces flushed, crowded around a card table.
The sun. Ah. Here it is.
His hands tremble as he places a kernel on the tabula board before him.
Rosita, Rosaura, ven, que te quiero aquí ahora mismo. La rosa.
The croupier flips a card from the shuffled deck.
Lucky me. I've got your rose right here. Al pasar por el panteón, me encontré un calaverón.
As the croupier continues to reveal new cards, the tabula boards in front of both players fill with kernels one by one. The scales of victory begin tipping in an avalanche toward the challenger.
Last round. Game will end soon enough.
Diablos! Who the hell is this girl? If she keeps winning like this, Senor Talasso will be left with nothing to wager except his watch.
So Centurion's one of the characters I know very little about, so what exactly is her arcane power? What exactly is she like Domino? Is she like Domino where she's just inherently lucky, or is she just able to kind of increase probability somehow?
I thought the croupier
I don't know how it works. She's a bunch of different things. She's a magician, she's a fucking street con artist, blah blah blah. I have no idea what she is. Pick a struggle, lady.
Sure you want to keep playing, señorita? Vote now, and I'll let you leave here with your winnings in one piece.
Oh, but we've got an audience. What kind of a gambler would I be if I folded now? No backing down now. All in. No, not just what's on the table. Everything I got in the bank too. You gonna call, Hefe?
Bullheaded.
Her accent's really funny to
You're
me.
gonna regret this.
From what I remember, her VA is an Asian woman who just happens to speak Spanish. So it's not actually a
Yes,
Latina.
Senor Claso. The game continues.
So that's why it
The
sounds
next
kind of
card
off.
is
The croupier sets a hand on the deck.
Vuelve a la tierra. Vuelve a la vida.
What are you talking about? Never heard a verse like that before.
Trusting that luck is, as ever, on her side, the challenger places the final kernel on the tabula board.
Vuelve a la tierra. Vuelve a la vida. It's the butterfly.
Dang, she looked damn good in that art though.
Lotería.
Woo! Loteria, shades of the Korean fast food chain. Ah, my god, the art's so good. Holy shit. Written by Recoleta. That's right. I forgot about her exposure in this one. Mi gloriosa esposa chilena. The game is decided. Disbelief ripples through the crowd.
3 whole days.
They reused the assets from Folia del Son.
And this chica hasn't lost a single game. Doesn't matter if it's slots, Russian roulette, or la loteria.
She's taken down all the best gamblers in Tolosso's gang, and now she's gunning for the man himself. Unbelievable.
No, it isn't possible. You cheated.
At the center of it all, the capo sweeps everything off the table in a fury.
Ain't no such thing as La Mariposa card. It don't exist. What you trying to pull, huh?
Sir, I don't know. You provided and shuffled the cards yourself.
Quit whining, senor. How many times do I have to tell you?
I like how they had
It's
to make a
all luck.
whole new standing up CG for
A
her.
win is a win.
Not CG.
There are no
Live
takebacks
2D.
at the gambling table. Besides, this is your turf. You think I'm stupid enough to cheat here of all places? All right. I'll see you with my winnings this time tomorrow. That is, 1,000,000 in chips and that thing... What was it? Something from that club of yours? Anyway, you know what it is. Nos vemos.
The lucky challenger laughs as she prepares to leave. The man across the table slumps back in his chair. It's far more than he can afford to lose.
Senor Talasso, I kept my eye on her the whole time. She really didn't cheat.
Forget it. Ain't important. Follow her. She can't make it out of here alive.
Still don't know what her power is, man. Mexico City. Sunlight falls on the low houses lining the streets. Centurion steps out of the tavern's back alley and wanders into the street. The Day of the Dead draws near. Bone dolls, skull candies, flowers, and paper cutouts, vivid colors spill all the way down both sides of the road. The dry air settles soothingly into her lungs.
So
Hello,
good things
Mr.
we do
Angel.
have
How
when
are
we go
you?
home, huh? Still got a while before the show starts.
Fuck you mean
What
home? You're
sort of
born in
adventure
Nevada.
Can I find to kill sometime?
She catches the soft rustling of feet slinking in from behind her.
Ah, speak of the devil. Something I can help you with, senores?
Sorry, but Talasso ain't planning on cashing you out.
Oh boy, here we go, battle time. I've been looking forward to... Oh my god, the intro music is so good. It is so good. Probably the best prelude music they've ever done. But, something I do wonder is, when I first played this in CN, it had the roulette wheel mechanic, but obviously it was all in Chinese, so I couldn't understand a thing. I have no idea how it works, so this is gonna be like my first chance of kind of really applying it and seeing it in action. I guess we'll see how it works now. Music's so fucking good, it's so fucking good. Wanna make a bet? I'll bet that you won't hit me with a single bullet. All Wheel of Fortune cards turn into Golden Fortune and can... What? It went too fast! Mass buff, all allies gain Moxie 1 and dodge all attacks for 1 round. Okay.
I had the rear.
Don't waste your keep your guard high.
Strike when the time is right.
A well-measured strike. The wind will lead the way.
That's interesting, because there's a golden one and there's a purple one. I can't remember what the other one does.
Glistening solid stone. 险道主义，万恶皆除，降了。
I never get tired of this. It's gorgeous. What a fucking ult. Wheel of Fortune, yeah, that's a loss.
Victory! Everyone.
Oh my gosh, yes, I forgot that all the cuts, they really upped their game
Operation
on the
Codename.
cutscenes.
The sacrifice?
They're more
It's
prominent
Papa
and they're more
Nine
they're more
trials
animated,
dead?
literally and figuratively.
The last
It's
one has
beautiful.
a good ring to it. I can already see the expression on the faces of those Laplace rats. Performer, Lawrence Butterfly.
God, she's so hot.
Target
Yeah, this
has
is just a
entered the
whole ass
crossroads of
cutscene. I remember
Paris
being
Street.
blown away
Activating
when I saw
chaos
this
interference
when I played this
device.
initially.
Chaos interference device activated. Tip: rumbling, roaring box upgrade completed. Should a problem occur,
Just a fucking
please
mimic.
call the developer, provided you manage to survive. Ha ha.
Nice one, X. But what's the contact number?
Is this a I am not streaming on
Two targets,
any
no followers.
platform other than YouTube. No Twitch.
Ain't no way. We gotta get back up from Senor
I haven't done this. Yeah, fairs.
Get her. Your voice cracks. Your movements hesitant. You instinctively tilt to the right and take out the knife you kept in your inside pocket. A habit you formed since the fight that cost you your index finger, hoping it will bring you luck. Stop! Perhaps the knife does grant you courage. Or you simply forgot about the shots that failed.
Wait,
to
so
hit
he's missing
target
his pointer
and
finger
pierce
apparently,
holes
according
in
to her,
fence.
but
That's when
his
fear
hand
strikes
seems to
again.
have all 5 fingers.
So you halt. That's it. Right where I need you to be.
Virtual environmental model constructed. All variables within predicted range. Short-term behavior prediction possible. Conditions ideal.
Initial condition disturbance activated.
What's that sound?
Damn.
Look out!
What? They just got Kingsman. What the hell? I remember when this first happened. I had no idea what I was. The dust settles and a mysterious woman leaps down from the rooftop. Centurion, unharmed and unfazed, sizes up this newcomer.
It's you, the croupier from the bar. Guess I owe you some thanks.
My pleasure. I've heard of you. The legendary coin girl.
Certainly a nickname of all time.
Even without my help, you'd have come out on top.
True.
Pierre, do you
Well,
know
I
what
see.
Centurion's
I
arcane
get
skill
mixed
actually
match
is? I know next to nothing about this character. I've just been assuming that she's kind of like Domino from X-Men, where she's just... her power is just being lucky.
So, what do you want in return? Sharpodontes? Loco Chow? How about a magic show? The escapes will have your jaw on the floor. Anything but this coin. You name it, and it'll be yours by morning.
Appreciated.
She narrows her eyes, satisfied with Centurion's willingness to cooperate.
There is something I want from you. It was something you won at the table. A secret letter from the Turquoise Serpent Club.
Okay, because I can't read Chinese, I did none of the traces, so I might as well do them all here. There's a 50% chance the coin will land on the face you want, but she wins every time. So she's a local celebrity. That makes sense. She's been performing in Mexico for quite some time. A foreign diplomat arrived in Mexico City. His motorcade proceeded upon Bucareli Street into the city center, making a brief stop at Dos Calo. Streetcar bells echoed throughout the streets as vendors laid up bundles of marigolds ahead of Dia de los Fieles Difuntos. The gentleman is said to be no stranger to Aztec mythology, the Sunstone, and the origins of the festival. He visited the Academia San Carlos, where he commented briefly on the public murals. Oh yes, that's right. I remember... I can't remember where it was. It was some sort of trace or something in Recoletta's story? Somewhere in her profile. She mentioned wanting to go to Mexico because of the muralists. Fitzwilliam, I remember that name being prominent later. I think he was a secret Manus member? I can't remember. So this is before Eagle is older now. I don't really get the existence of Silverwing Eagle. If the timeline serves, it said she's 16 now. She was initially introduced at 13 years old. She's 16 now. So that would mean that 3 years have passed, which I have no idea how the hell that's even possible. Sometime during the next day, a strange atmosphere hangs over the tavern where the gamblers usually gather.
Senor Tarazo?
Yeah?
That lucky-ass chica's been counting her winnings for a while now, along with some other chica. They planning something?
Senor, you think it's time we...
Chaos there, yeah. Shades of Chad's Gable.
Cram it.
The rebuke comes like the snap of a frightened dog.
We can't afford to mess with arcanists. Hers ain't no ordinary luck, I tell you. Must have used some kind of witchcraft or something.
I like the touch of the background ambience having a radio broadcast of like those old-fashioned ass radios. You'd probably find a lot of those in Mexico at the time, so I think that's a really nice little touch.
You heard about those people who drowned on dry land? Or just up and disappeared from locked rooms? That's just the start of the weird they get up to.
I don't understand why they censored this. They outwardly in the previous like 2 stories they outwardly say fuck. Like in Spring Unending, the owner of the Maytree, Maytree property in the current era outright says fuck them, right? And it's not really that censored, but they censor shit here for some reason. I don't know. Reverse's policy on swearing is kind of odd. Sometimes they censor it, sometimes they don't.
Told me that was all because of some arcane skill.
Okay, so maybe she is like Domino.
So unless you're looking to join those stiffs, you stay away from these outsiders.
As they trade wild theories about witchcraft and arcanum, the 2 figures in the corner exchange a glance over the opened letter in their hands.
Cuando el Tonapuali y el Xupuali vuelven a alinearse, celebramos que el fin del mundo se ha postergado. Subimos al cerro de la estrella y vemos a las estrellas coronar el cielo. The annual art auction will commence soon. The Turquoise Serpent Club sincerely looks forward to your arrival. Trying a little hard. An art auction, huh? Ah, an invitation with no time or location. So, this is the ladder of supposedly incredible value?
I mean, you'd think that in this world of magic, people would become more used to things not being as they seem, right? Like, it's kind of obvious that even as I was watching this initially on CN, it was kind of obvious that the Aztec symbols were definitely some kind of archaic rune or some shit that teleports you, kind of like a port key from Harry Potter, except like not really. It's like if you combine a howler and a port key.
What's your excuse this time, Flasso? It's gibberish. Do I have to remind you how much you owe me?
The eavesdropping capo straightens in his seat.
I can't tell you nothing. I mean it. I don't got a clue neither. I got the thing off some desperate gambler. Claimed it holds the biggest secret in Mexico City. But before I could make him... ask him anything more, he skipped the border.
Oh my gosh.
As for this club, all I know is that it's hidden away in some plantation outside of the city. But I ain't never heard of no auction. No humans ever set foot in that place. Arcanus territory.
Dang.
Great. A conversation utterly devoid of useful information. This line on the invitation, when the sacred and solar calendars realign, it's referring to an Aztec myth about the coming of the end of the world.
Well, see, there you go. You would expect people to know this sort of thing given how commonplace magic and mythology intertwine in this world, but no, it's the genius sociopath who figures it out before. I mean, it makes sense. She's a genius sociopath, so she figures it out before everyone else.
So, once every 52 years, at the full cycle of the Aztec calendar, the Aztecs held their new fire ceremony to celebrate that they survived another cycle. Before the new sun rose, they climbed up the hill of the star and watched the Pleiades star cluster reach its zenith. Look at these symbols. These represent
there
the
you
20
go.
days in the tonal puali. Their order guides the flow of energy. It's an incantation to activate a ritual.
I really like these little touches of interaction and animation that these newer chapters have been having. It's a lot less static.
The key to its activation is the flint knife symbol, called the Tecpatl. It represents the dates of the new fire ceremony.
Tech paddle, shades of Index 3.
The question is, where will the ritual take place? According to the changes observed in the chaotic energy within the area, a large-scale artificial supernatural phenomenon is
Might go Ulrich, let's go!
Furthermore, and with no thanks to you brainless dolts, I was able to confirm my leads that pointed to Mexico City itself.
We're just slandering his entire
Imagine
workforce for no
overboard
reason.
eggheads
Oh my
could
god,
do
bro.
If you spend even a fraction of your time on something useful.
Bro, who is he talking to? Oh, duh. I forgot that Lorenz was the one who wrote that shit and not Ulrich. Fairs. In the meeting room, Ulrich tucks the letter away, his ferrofluid resting languid in his tank.
This is the latest update from Lorenz Butterfly. She's named the plan the 9 Trials of Death.
Völlig lächerlich.
My goat
This is
Adler.
already the 3rd letter from her this month. Are you seriously planning a joint paper with this butterfly?
Naturally, and don't worry, I'll be sure to include your name in the acknowledgements.
I love that Ulrich, as the Awakened, really doesn't give a shit about who
Her first
Lorenz
letter claims
is,
that Lorenz
as
is
long
a
as she
foreman
keeps
for
giving them
discovering a
results.
type
It's
of arcane material.
it's kind of beast,
One that
honestly.
has been circulating across the globe since our reversal to 1920. The Manus has been using it to revive the dead, smuggling the material under the guise of a common mineral pigment. In her 2nd letter, she tracked down its source to Mexico City. And now this. Some prophecy about a supernatural phenomenon. The butterfly's trying to provoke us, mocking us for always being a step behind Lorenz.
I mean, I don't really see
Do I
why
have
it's a
to remind you
competition.
that she did the same thing after the 3rd, 6th, and the 7th storms.
He's giving you
substituted
results.
Adler.
I don't, other than a few
Pardon my
insults, I don't
interruption,
see why it's
but you
such a
didn't
big
call this
deal.
meeting just for us to be an audience to your squabbling, did you?
Big point. Shades of Walter Kovac. Go watch that video, by the way. It's 53 fucking minutes long, and I spent months on it. I'm gonna shill it here because it's 53 fucking minutes long. Hearing the argument go on long enough, the Force researcher finally speaks up.
Certainly not. Which reminds me, Pointer, I have something to tell you. In accordance with Plessetsk branch tradition, we have decided to hold a party to celebrate your and Hisabeth's successful completion of your field mission here at headquarters.
That's right. I forgot about this. I can't, this kind of throws things into question for me. I can't remember exactly if this was right after Cosmic Overture or like a few years after.
Though I personally disagree with the principle.
Of course you do.
In order to spare time for the party, I've informed the Storm Research Group to extend their workday to 12 hours for the week. I do believe
Because
I've
that's
truly
just
cracked this
so much
humanitarian
of a
management thing.
that's just so much of an
The
improvement.
researcher Regulus may disagree.
I would be inclined to disagree as well.
12 fucking hours. That's crazy,
Besides,
bro.
We've already been back for 3 weeks now.
Oh, okay, so it's not that long. Their chatter is cut short as the meeting room door opens. An assistant walks in along with another, not unfamiliar face.
Enough about all that. Settle in, everyone. And would you get down from that table? The meeting's about to begin. Considering some of you never have, or have never cared to understand Laplace's structure, I think it's necessary I fill you in. The funding committee and the staff committee are responsible for evaluating the risk of each project. Put simply, they are the ones who approve or fail your budget applications. With that said,
Who's writing?
allow me to introduce Mr. Ludwig.
Yeah,
the new
Ludwig, my
representative
goat!
Of the staff committee.
Greetings, everyone.
If this man is not playable by the end of the year,
I wasn't aware you'd recovered. Glad to see you're well, Mr. Ludwig.
if this man is not playable by the end of the year, I will nuke Blue Paw HQ. The blue-headed man the bird-headed man offers a gentle, appreciative nod.
Thank you. I will be assisting you in your research from now on. In fact, the topic of this meeting is related to your prior discussion.
Wait, don't tell me you're going to the party.
He should. He's a cool...
No. Though, if you think I wouldn't spoil the mood, I'd be more than happy to.
Ludwig would be a cool guy to have at a party. I don't know, he just seems like the type of person who's very interesting to talk to. The Raven sweeps his gaze across the assembled
I've read the
researchers.
letter from Lawrence Butterfly. Over the years, Manus Vindictae has never ceased its pursuit of a resurrection ritual.
Oh boy!
Many of their actions have caught our attention, searching for the scripts of Renaissance alchemists, taking control of the Fountain of Youth in Bimini, all done after a certain Cavendish descendant joined their ranks.
Forget me not. I also keep forgetting the Fountain of Youth is actually a thing that exists in this world. And with the recent new game mode, the Truth a Posteriori in 3.7 that has us going to El Dorado, it wouldn't surprise me if we go back to South America in the future for future patches. The mention of that event draws a long, poignant silence.
If Lawrence Butterfly can bring us some of this Manus pigment, then there's a chance we can figure out how it works. Their ritual has brought back a person who doesn't belong to this era. Most would call it a miracle to brave the storm in such a way. Have we considered that this may also be a means to truly understanding the storm?
The room erupts again. Yeah, as usual. Laplace tradition.
Storm. Mr. Ludwig, have you considered the hypothesis that the storm doesn't cause physical death?
Okay, so now I'm really curious. Does this happen around the same time as...
It suggests that those who disappear in the storm are not technically dead.
Then, where do they go?
This probably happens before
Over
Tristis.
the years, Foundation branches around the world have reported on the reappearance of friends and family, though changed in some way, and firmly of the current storm era. It seems these anomalies have become increasingly frequent. The staff committee is also monitoring these anomalies. We can't afford to overlook any details, no matter how insignificant they may seem.
Then we can't just sit here waiting for someone to send a letter when they're in the mood for it.
That's fair. Good point.
That is, if the staff committee allows us to act.
He lets the words rest before turning to a new topic.
As it happens, after the second letter, I took the initiative to commission someone to investigate. Though she's a Foundation employee, Her body was made by Laplace, so she volunteered to do some field work for us.
Yeah, Big Latham, let's go!
There may be the occasional minor incident, but she's in the Timekeeper's unit, so she can be trusted.
An excellent choice. With the Timekeeper's help, she can operate without the Foundation's surveillance.
Exactly. And she's particularly adept at keeping secrets.
I hope this won't involve any inhumane methods, Adler.
Keeping secrets, and it's just her fucking forgetting them.
Her memory will take care of it for us. Or should I say, her lack thereof.
I remember when the poster first came out of Turquoise Serpent Club in CN, in the scorching wilderness, a glow of arcane skill flickers. I was coping, thinking that because Loggerhead was showing up, I would get to see UA again in another future story, but unfortunately it doesn't seem like that's the case. I'm just gonna have to keep hoping that we get more content for her. I want to see her again. Enigma's trusted investigator teleports into the place where the flickering light had been. That was basically a boom tube.
I'd better double check the destination. Mexico City, Mexico.
They not give her exact chords? Not too much on the chords? No one's gonna understand that.
Huh. But this doesn't look like a city. Was there something wrong with the teleport disc?
Did Loggerhead always have those like comic booky little expression things? I need to rewatch Showdown again. I don't remember her having those in Showdown Chinatown. As she looks out with confusion at the strangeness of her point of arrival, her communicator rings.
Is everything all right, Miss Latham?
All good, Mr. Adler. I've arrived in Mexico City. Please let Madame Lucy know that I'm more than happy to be helping Laplace.
Does she know? Does she know?
Madame Lucy is no longer at Laplace. Forget it. We've just received the latest letter.
On the other end, the substitute director drones through its contents.
These are the possible starting points. If you encounter Manus Vindicte, avoid confrontation and prioritize your own safety, Miss Latham.
Don't worry about me. I've borrowed the rumbling roaring box from Mr. Ulrich.
No, that's not the same thing, right?
All I have to do is turn it on, and it'll show me all the places nearby with supernatural stuff going on. Wait, where's my luggage? Detector?
Not far off, she spies a desert devil lizard hauling her belongings away. I need someone to do an eventual video on arcane creatures because I don't really get them. Where the fuck did those things come from?
Look! I've got a letter heading this way.
Like these guys look like giant horned. These are their giant horned lizards, essentially.
Dirty lizards.
I'll keep them occupied.
Liberty Assos, keep your guard. Don't waste your breath.
Flying feathers.
The wind will lead the way.
Like you have shit like this, and then you have like the carbuncles.
A flawless defense.
Are just
Clinking solid stone.
balls of fur that apparently have their own language.
Swift as hair.
Because like an arcane critter is not the same as like an animal possessing arcanum, from what I remember. Like Nichols, I don't think would be considered a critter.
险道主义，万恶接触，降了，出。Wait, that's the rumbling, roaring box I borrowed from Mr. Ulrich. No,
I just realized chat is showing up on stream. I'll fix that at next time.
Victory! Everyone loves that.
Grapefruit juice hot sauce bread. That sounds utterly horrendous. Like, I don't know, man. Like, I don't drink alcohol just on principle. But like, some of these cocktail recipes just amaze me. Like, how do people drink Bloody Marys? That just sounds so bad. I remember this had me mad. I actually translated this. This is one of the few traces I translated, and they denied allowing Reko to come with her, and I was so upset. Like, why? It's literal woke nonsense. Public property.
Did we get anything from the crime scene?
Oh, here we go.
Similar to the last 3 cases, they're almost certainly serial murders. But the intervals are getting shorter. Our perp skills are improving. Same method, an enclosed room. No abnormalities in the victim leading up to their death. The surrounding residents all think this place is haunted.
Worse than haunted. Still no sign of our suspect, I take it.
Don't even mention it. Victim was in a load of dead. So we've got a list of suspects longer than a courthouse docket. You and I will have to get the statement together tonight.
Ah, give me a break. I was going to go to the ceremony in a few days.
You wish. The storm stops for no one.
Ooh. The cadets hurry off. At the reception desk, the camera-headed girl contents herself with taking in the surroundings. Oh yes, I remember this scene. She pisses off.
Just fill in this Vigiles case acceptance registration.
Yeah, she pisses off the receptionist because she's such an idiot.
Thank you. Let me see. Name? Latham. Age? What year is it now? Let's say 97. Race?
Crazy.
Awakened. By the way, is this Mexico City the capital of Mexico?
It certainly is. This is the Vigiles Bureau temporary branch in Zocalo, Mexico City.
I really like how they pronounce it Vigiles. I don't know, there's just something about it that massages the ears, especially when Ramona does it.
We thought there'd been another murder when we received your distress signal.
Oh yeah, that's why they're pissed off, right? They thought she was a murderer, so they got mad when it was just her getting lost.
No. Nothing that horrible.
The implication seems to be lost on her. Of course it is.
Thanks so much. I'd never have gotten out of that desert alive if it weren't for you. I'll make sure to write you a thank you letter once I get back to the Foundation. Oh, could you help me check out my teleport discs? I think there's something wrong with them. I can leave them all here and take them back in a couple...
Just a few desert devil lizards, huh?
The receptionist snatches the form from her hand.
I'm sick of just days ago, a Foundation employee showed up with a warrant, took away half our most important files, and left the archives in a complete mess.
Yeah, that sounds about right. The Foundation at this point in time is just so unbelievably disorganized. And it's fair, right? They're cooked. But, you know, it's just the chaos, literally, that they're thrown into because of all the bullshit they've had to deal with recently.
You are. Anyway, I'll be writing a letter of my own to your headquarters for wasting Vigiles resources. You can go.
Oh, just a second, ma'am. Actually, I'm here investigating a kind of arcane material, and...
The receptionist boils over with frustration.
Get out! I don't want to hear another word about your lizard problems.
But it might have something to do with Manus Vindicte. I need the Vigils' help.
Might? You might as well say the Menace will be taking over the Foundation tomorrow.
You'd think that, like, the mention of the Manus would be enough to perk up the ears of any any suspecting fucking Foundation agent. Like, you would think that, right? But no. As the dispute continues, two returning vigils take notice. Heals.
What's going on here?
Yeah, Black Evis! What's good, girly? I love Black Evis. She is mommy. And she has probably my favorite bit in the entire game.
Hey, if it isn't Latham, what brings you here?
Ooh, is this Alan from Showdown Chinatown? I think it is. I think it's the same guy.
Miss Black Ibis!
Yep, it is.
Mr. Alan!
It's Alan.
Thank goodness you're here. I need your help.
Black Ibis? Black Ibis sounds better to me, so I'm gonna keep pronouncing it that way. I don't care who I piss off by doing that. It takes the vigil only a moment to read the situation.
She's a friend of ours. Leave her to us, Laura. I will take you out for some poke later. In that pub we used to go to. My treat.
If you say so, Miss Black Ibis. And my name's Catalina.
It's easily one of the funniest bits. She doesn't remember any of her fellow vigils' names. None of them. None of her underlings' names. She calls them by a different name every other sentence, and whenever she gets corrected, she doesn't care. It's easily the funniest bit in the game. I love it. I don't know why they chose to give it to her, but it's really funny, so I'm glad they did. The vigil and her cadet lead the visitor into the Grand Hall. They haven't seen each other since the events surrounding a theft at the Arcanum Containment Department. Good old Barrel, man.
Whoa! Look at this place.
This was the Mexico City People's Library, now requisitioned to serve as the Vigils Bureau's temporary branch. It will reopen to the public once we leave.
Honestly, not a bad place to set up a temporary headquarters. Has all the information you'll possibly need about Mexico. Big public open space. You get this dope-ass mural. They stop before the enormous mural. On one side, stern-faced young people hold firearms, their eyes set on visions of sun, earth, and the future. On the other, peasant women tend to the harvest.
Wait, I know this.
The camera-headed girl swaps the film reel in her hand and begins to speak.
This kind of mural is designed to be seen from different angles as visitors walk up the stairs. Because there's no fixed order to read it, everyone gets their own version of the story. Look at it. So sacred and gentle. A perfect combination of tradition and modernity.
Hey, you really know your stuff.
I learned it from a documentary. Even made a copy of it so I wouldn't forget.
The master of film art fixes her fixes her gaze on the blank center of the mural.
But this one seems unfinished.
It's got nothing to do with the Vigil. I'll tell you that much. These public murals are from artists commissioned by the Secretariat of Public Education. But the painter of this mural went missing not long ago, leaving his work unfinished.
It was Muriel. I think it was...
He's not the only one.
If I remember correctly, this whole thing is
over.
Muriel's painting. Hummingbird's painting.
Apparently, a rising star in this era. We tried to investigate further, but all we discovered was that he got caught up in an Arcanist gang brawl, and then he was gone. Too bad, really.
Yeah.
What did they say in the paper? A revolution in theme and skill? A breakthrough in technique? Art really isn't my thing.
The vigil interrupts the idle chatter.
We only arrived here ourselves a short time ago. Since the last storm, migration into Mexico City has exploded, and the number of Arcanist crimes has surged along with it.
Immigration causing crimes, Chud 1990. No, that's a joke. No, that's for legal reasons. That's a joke.
Just like in El Automóvil Gris. Legendary gangs, foreign thieves, and sophisticated modern criminal methods.
I really should watch Automobile Grease. It's a nice little novel of Mexican cinema. She swaps in a new reel once again.
Robbers disguised as officials, going into people's houses with false search warrants, even with the official signatures on them. The stuff they showed in the movie even led to some real-life robbers doing the same thing.
Yeah, no coffee breaks for us without some backup from HQ. And to think we've got a diplomat visiting soon. Can he choose some other time? So, forgive Catalina for being rude just now. We're all just a little burnt out.
Oh, I understand. We're the same way after each storm.
I can't tell you much else. But Mexico City isn't the safest place these days. Whatever you do,
or any fucking
be careful,
day.
Latham.
So, what was it you were saying at the reception desk? Something you wanted to find in Mexico City?
Right! A kind of special arcane material. Apparently, the Manus disguises it as some kind of mineral pigment to smuggle it out of the city.
Memories race through her head in reverse. Reverse? Leonardo DiCaprio pointing right now. She said the thing. She snatches a single frame before it slips away and relays the information to the vigils.
Manus Vindicti. Mineral pigment. The resurrection ritual.
The vigil and her cadet exchange a glance.
That's odd, though. Mexico City isn't one of their known bases of operation. As for the pigment smuggling...
There are no related reports in our archive.
What? How can that be?
But I know someone who can help. No one knows the area better than its natives, and I happen to know a particularly useful one.
Yeah,
She's a
Mona.
contractor, an exorcist hired by the vigils to remove lingering traces of arcane crimes before they're made accessible to the public again.
She's a she's like
According
she's like
to
a
the
Mexican
latest
Anne Lee.
regulations, she's been given partial access to information on the storm.
An exorcist? Who works on crime scenes?
Flashbacks, huh? She takes a moment to picture what that job must entail.
She's more than just an exorcist.
You met one.
She's the eyes hiding in the shadows. Nothing goes down in this city without her knowing about it. It's said she can sense things regular people can't. I have to say, she's piqued my curiosity. Something tells me that she would make a great vigil.
Imagine Ramona and Liang Yue on the same team.
I offered to recommend her for vigil selection. I'm sure she'd pass with flying colors. But she turned me down. Perhaps you can talk her into helping you. Or even joining us.
You'll need a serious way with words to do that.
Okay. Thank you so much, Miss Black Ibis, Mr. Allen.
Though the information is far from sufficient, Loggerhead plows ahead with full enthusiasm. After seeing her off, the cadet turns to the brooding vigil, puzzled.
Mineral pigment. You know what? Dimas, that guy from the European branch. He's been looking for that too.
Dimas. A name kind of rings a bell. From what I remember, I think that's the name of the vigil who interviewed Adele in The Flowing Feast. The one who had the one who was in the interrogation room with her that was not controlling, but like he was the one who gave her the arcane mirror. I think it was a mirror that was essentially a lie detector. I might be wrong, but if I'm not wrong, it's so cool to see like how all of these connect.
I overheard him asking about it. Was looking for the case files on the previous storm. So then people in the Vigil are looking for it. You think he's up to something?
Dimas. Reminds me of an old friend.
Well, you wouldn't know. You don't remember anyone's names.
You know Krios, don't you? When he was in the Vigil's
okay, yeah,
bureau,
you know what, Ferris?
Dimas was one of his most loyal subordinates. And now, he's gained the recognition of some big wigs in the Foundation. didn't take long for him to work his way up. No matter what their reasoning or who they're working for, our best course of action might be to let both parties get what they want. That pigment.
Fuck. Black Ibis offers a knowing smile.
Times are different now, Brian. Both Europe and the Foundation are in turmoil.
Is this that political wisdom you're always talking about? What was it? Doctrine.
I like how he's so
me?
used to it that he just ignores it.
Once again.
Oh, never mind.
Alan.
Never mind. I'm sorry. I love that bit. I love that bit so much. City in the city. Oh yeah, Pochi Latham was talking about this earlier. Committing crimes based on the movie. They kind of tackled like a similar message in the Assassin's Creed 2 story, in La Primavera de Firenze, where it was a big discussion about art, right, and the mural that was left behind by the artist who drew Ezio's family painting. They did there was a whole message about art and muralism, and I guess it's cool to see that it's cool to see it again, especially in a place like Mexico, where like it does have a history. Like it's very much based in real world, the real world past. Ooh, first boss battle. On the outskirts of Mexico City lies a building in an overgrown and derelict hacienda. The uninvited visitor slips inside with little effort before taking a quick survey of her surroundings.
So, this is the Arcanist territory no human dares set foot in. But the box is hardly reacting.
Unlike its dilapidated exterior, the interior is lavishly furnished, the floor spotless.
Beep, beep. Warning. Insufficient chaos particles. Do not attempt repeat activations. Warning, warning.
Yeah, it just uses his voice, right? I don't think that's actually, you know, the guy.
No signs of any supernatural phenomenon.
He wrestles with the device. It gives up a few final sputtering noises before falling apart.
Yet another genius upgrade from X. Someone's here.
He melts into the shadows. A knock echoes through the empty hall, startling the drowsy patroller at the door.
Who's there?
It's me.
Oh, Anil. Come on in.
Big Anil. He was my third favorite character in the story, behind
I'm
Ramona
here to deliver the item for the
Lawrence.
auction. Right before the deadline.
He's very compelling. It's why I put him as the thumbnail. The real Latino man.
Not a good time, Anil. Senor Perez is away. He's been out of the club more and more these days.
The patroller lowers her voice, muttering gossip about the club's owner.
And getting more and more upset. I haven't been in his office, but I can hear him roaring from the other end of the hallway. Could be the coming auction, though I heard he's been looking for a supplier who lost contact. Been turning half of Mexico inside out to find him. I'll tear him apart and feed him to the fishes, he said. No one dares piss him off these days. We're all just going to bed hoping he'll wake up in a better mood.
I hope he does. Could you please pass this along to Senor Perez? It's the painting he asked me to finish, and the linen canvas from the 19th century he requested. The incantation used to forge the painting is unstable. I would ask that no one remove the calming incantation on it, until the day of the auction.
At that, the patroller starts to wave him away.
It sounds important. You better not give it to me. Don't want to be responsible if something goes wrong.
Bears.
Oh, I'll call Muriel over. He knows more about this kind of thing than me.
Oh, brother.
Senor Perez has been keeping him here. Voluntarily, of course. Working day and night on the auction.
He falls silent, realizing the man is just another, quote, volunteer.
I'll go grab him. Muriel, you've got a visitor!
He hurries off. Moments later, a dazed boy trails behind her.
It's you.
Oh, brother!
Your name is... Anil. I remember it because it sounds like a joke. Surely that's not your real name. We worked together, didn't we? In the same studio. In Mexico City. Guayacan wasn't, but... How long has it been since then? Is it really you?
His voice is kind of... It's good. I just think he sounds more like a gravelly Batman type, more than like a sad boy. Even though that's very clearly what the depiction is going for. It doesn't really sound that much like a sad boy. He rubs his cheek, frowning a little. A small dusting of dried pigment flakes off his hand and face.
It's been a while, Muriel. Are you keeping well? Many arcane pigments are quite toxic. Their side effects can be strong. I hope you're extra careful. Oh. No, I'm quite well. Well, indeed. Glad to be back in the homeland. The auction's coming, you see.
I did not think this guy was Mexican at first.
Has forbidden me from leaving the club so I
saw,
can paint
like,
his associates warm.
I know light-skinned Mexicans exist, but man, this guy's fucking white.
But I can't help thinking this isn't what I want to do with my talents.
Hey, Muriel. Look, I'm not gonna rat on you to Senor Perez, but you need to watch yourself. Better not let a third person, well, fourth, hear you whining.
I see. At least the quesadilla and pozole around here aren't bad.
Oh man, it's been ages since I've had a good quesadilla. They have basically no good Mexican food in Japan.
Don't worry.
At least in my area.
I won't stop painting. That's all I can do now.
There's this one place called, I can't remember exactly what it stands for, but the initials were BEK. It's a few stations away from me that has Wagyu birria, and it is fucking delicious. It is some of the best Mexican food I've had. It is the best Mexican food I've had since coming here. It just makes me miss it so goddamn much. He turns to the visitor beside him.
Is there something you need? Please deliver this to Senor Perez.
Anil hands over the wrap painting. The boy takes the distressed frame and immediately recognizes the incantation on it.
The painting Senor Perez asked you to forge? Why don't you ever create something of your own, Anil? You can't spend your whole life imitating others. If it's because of Senor Perez, I can put in a good word. All he needs to see is your real artwork, and I'm certain he'll agree.
Okay, now I can kind of hear the sad boy.
Oh, I don't have that kind of talent. I'm simply an arcane pigment dealer who happens to know some imitation incantations.
Man, Arcanum is such an... I mean, I like it. I'm okay with it because I feel like magic systems inherently don't make sense. Because magic is something that's not meant to be understood. it kind of requires this inherent gap of knowledge, and I feel like trying to fit something like magic that is meant to, stray away from the idea of a by the book specific usage methodology, right? Something that's kind of meant to be free, like in its nature, magic is meant to be free spirited. It's not meant to be something that you can kind of understand at first glance. And as a result, the gap of knowledge that is required, I mean, there kind of needs to be something like that, right? Because how do you fit something like, I know I'm kind of going in circles here. I'm trying to find the right words to say. It's like, how do you fit something that's meant to go against the idea of being constrained in a precise usage methodology into a precise usage methodology? You know what I mean? Like, it's kind of like it's kind of like alternate world science, where the real fun comes in the limitations rather than the actual usage. Like, what can you not do is what is more interesting than what you can do. Here, I don't feel that way. Every time I hear someone talk about Arcanum, it's something that Arcanum does that I had no fucking idea it could do. Like, it can just do so much. It can just appear in anything. It can be used for anything, and that's the kind of magic system I enjoy. That's only limited by the imagination of the wielder. And as a result, like, you find out all of these interesting things about what Arcanum can actually do as the story goes on, and all of these applications. And the one thing I will say is I'd like to see them more in action, like, and I'd like to see it not explained, but like just kind of elaborated on. Like again, from before, I had no idea what Centurion's arcane skill did. Like, is it like Domino, where she's just lucky, or does she manipulate luck? Is there some sort of probability shenanigans going around? Like how are you able to actually manipulate something like that? Muriel glances over to him with a puzzled expression.
The greatest of all talents are passion and persistence. Sorry, Muriel. No. I understand. You just need time. We both need time.
Subtext!
I'm certain one of our like-minded friends from the Midnight Kitchen will convince you.
Right, that's what their group was called, I think.
Them.
Cool, badass name.
I happened upon my old tutor, Teresita, when I was working on the mural in the library. She seemed to be in quite the hurry. The Vigil were ordering her around. It seems she didn't recognize me.
Your bitch is dead, Muriel. Shut up.
The two of us can join the popular arts exhibition, Añil. You are Añil, aren't you?
What's wrong with this guy?
Well,
he's just talking to...
No matter who you are,
I can't remember
it's a
exactly
fantastic opportunity.
What was messing with his mind. I don't think it was a Manus manipulation. I can't remember. He sinks into thought, yet his mind feels shrouded in the thick haze. He can't even make out the figure's identity.
Take a rest for a while.
He's blind? What's happening?
Would you?
Senor Perez will give him a break. Once the auction's over. Oh, pardon my manners. You want a cup of poleo? Why not take a rest before you go? Senor Perez recently got some cigars in from the Yucatan Peninsula.
Oh, this is Lorenz, right? Before she can finish speaking, she and Muriel both slip softly down to the floor. At the same time, cold metal presses against Daniel's back.
Don't turn around, unless you want to take a nap too.
The woman's accent is foreign, yet her language is precise.
Anything I can help you with, señorita?
I'm just a wayward traveler, hoping you can show me around this club. I hear it isn't open to the public.
The blade against his back digs in an inch, cutting off any protest. God damn!
My pleasure. But my friends...
Powder from the spores of a fairy parasol.
A
They're
what?
only dreaming.
Now turn around.
I thought arcane plants too. Like, this is one of the things that I'm interested in. Like, all these arcane materials, like the stuff that we used to craft for like resonance materials, insight materials, those are all actual things that exist, right? Like, Rhiannon mentions using prophetic birds, and I think Sotheby mentions a few times some of the materials that she uses in her potions or some of those things. But it always sounds like some Harry Potter-esque item. It really gives you a lot of questions as to what extent arcane items, like, does Arcanum literally grow on trees? I'm guessing so. He turns around. What the mysterious bandit is holding is not a knife as he'd imagined, but a plaster trowel. In fact, it is almost certainly his own painter's trowel.
Take it. You may call me Lorenz Butterfly.
That still looks kinda lethal. You could probably kill someone with that.
All right, Senorita Butterfly.
He nods and walks forward without another word, footsteps shadowing him from behind.
This Perez you are talking about. The owner of the club, see?
Oh my gosh, the scene from the trailer.
He runs everything behind the scenes here. One of the most, for the right price, he can find you anything in the world. He's got his fingers in many pies. Government, private sector, you name it.
Exaggeration. Age, appearance. What kind of person is he?
I have no idea.
Nobody knows.
He's a very cautious man. There was some trouble in the club a few weeks ago. Since then, he hasn't shown his face. Now he speaks only to a few select confidants, and always from behind the folding screen.
Pretentious.
The Master Forger leads the bandit into the gallery.
This
Damn,
is
Marguerite.
his arcane artwork collection.
You're thorough.
Portrait of the twins.
Nanjo and
the final work of the exorcist
Nala
John Doe.
and
A sensation at the
Matahari.
Sotheby art auction in the original 1920.
There you go, Sotheby. Her family is well
It
endowed
said the pearl
in this sort of
necklace
thing.
was painted with the tears of a black goat. Some even claim there's a pair of succubi, twins apparently, sealed within the frame.
Damn.
Every
Well,
evening
not anymore, I
around
guess.
midnight, ethereal singing can be heard, as if it were echoing out from inside the painting.
I can't remember. Is
And anyone who
Matahari?
listens to their song eventually goes insane.
Was Matahari executed?
I see
by
you're
the,
well versed
by the
in
French
arcane works.
in reverse, the same way she was in real life.
Just a sucker for scary stories. How long have you been working for the club?
Not long. But Senor Perez worked his way through most of the arcanist artists in the city. Those who refuse him are never seen again. I had no intention of following in their footsteps. Before all this, I was only an ordinary merchant of arcane pigments.
Uh-huh. Yeah, alright, guy.
Madonna of the Carbuncles. In 1509, artist Richard Rowe signed an agreement with his employer to color his cape and carbuncles with petrified ultramarine and amber gold.
Seriously.
The former serves as a valuable alchemical material. The work has been stolen multiple times. If I remember correctly, it was last seen in Berlin after the fifth storm.
I was wondering if we would ever be able to go to Germany, but I guess we were already in Austria. But 3.8 says it's taking place in Eastern Europe. Maybe it's not. Maybe it's somewhere like, She stops. Her fingers brush against the heavy blue cloak in the painting. Right, 3.8 said it was taking place in Eastern Europe. That could mean a few things. Bulgaria, Romania, you know, like Hungary. Romania would be cool because Marcus is Romanian. Bulgaria. I think I already said that. Poland would be awesome. I'd love to see a Poland chapter.
Cold.
Soft.
I doubt we get anything from
This
Ukraine
ultramarine is
because
synthetic.
of obvious reasons.
I see. These are forgeries, yes?
Wow, really? I had no idea.
That's right.
She seems unimpressed, almost bored. Damn, my headset. Shuffling sounds down from down the hall interrupt their brief tour.
6 of them, judging by the footsteps, all physically fit. They'll have me trapped in an instant.
Ah. Yep, that's an assassin, alright. Scopes that shit out without even needing to see him.
Planning to cry for help?
Please, there's no need for mockery, senorita. There are no patrols at this time, and the locals wouldn't dare enter the club. Could be that they're temporary muscle hired by Senor Perez for the auction.
That is a...
Perhaps they noticed my sleeping friends.
No need to distance yourself. I know you wouldn't risk tipping them off in front of me.
Who's there?
I forgot what did they do to do that? Like Anil did some sort of paint bullshit, more arcane paint magic to kind of hide them. Music is so good. Okay, now we get an explanation on how this wheel works. The wheel appears at the start of each round. On the first round, all card faces are revealed before being flipped face down. Then the wheel spins. When the wheel stops spinning, choose an effect for the card the pointer has landed on. After choosing an effect, select its target, enemy, or ally. The chosen card is added to the spell dock. It costs no AP and automatically plays this round. In subsequent rounds, the wheel displays previously used cards, and the pointer advances 1 slot clockwise. The wheel no longer appears when all cards have been used. Okay.
I'll keep them occupied.
Don't waste your breath. Keep your guard high.
Flying feathers.
A well-measured strike.
I can't remember. I can swear that before it gave me a card at the start of the round. No?
My responsibility.
Well, see you later. No chance in hell you'll be able to get through it. That means I don't get a card. Oh well.
Everyone.
The results are unsurprising. 6 unconscious thugs lie heaped together in a pile. But their fight has drawn unnecessary attention. More patrollers close in.
Follow me, if you will. There's a blind spot. This way. Lucy Sombra. Reforma.
Light and darkness. Should be obvious. Reform? I took Spanish in lower school. In a split second, an arcane veil settles over the corner of the gallery where they stand, making it appear empty.
Huh? I could have sworn I heard some roughhousing.
I like how this is the same exact lines from the initial trailer, but here it's a girl saying it.
Maybe one of these paintings is haunted.
But this guy sounds the same.
Senor Perez's collection isn't exactly ordinary. Place sure feels spooky anyway.
Finding nothing out of place, the 2 patrollers move along.
Why help me?
I don't believe you snuck in here just to draw their attention.
True, but I could still eliminate any witnesses.
Fair enough. Most of the gangsters here are unaware of the secrets surrounding this club. But, Senorita Butterfly, whatever it is you wish to find, I will help you find it.
Also another line from the trailer that sounds more or less exactly like how it was said originally.
As I believe I have just demonstrated.
You help me? A forger working for this club? You, who can't even wiggle out from under their thumb yourself.
He's got a point. He pulls out an invitation to the Turquoise Serpent Club's upcoming auction.
Prove it. Give me a reason to put my faith in you.
I know the secret to the invitation. The symbols here represent a special incantation. You must light up the Tecpatl sign to begin the ritual correctly. It's the only way to enter the auction venue, designed to keep humans out.
Tell me something I don't know.
The forger draws a nervous breath.
The purpose of the auction isn't to sell forgeries. They're merely for decoration. Senor Perez's true goal is to build the Turquoise Serpent Club into the greatest underground arcane material market in Mexico. The auction is only the first step in his plan. I can bring you there 2 days from now, at 12 a.m.
The woman examines his face and provides a simple, satisfied smile.
Pleasure to work with you.
So now it's kind of all making sense to me, because I remember there was this one trace where Recoleta gives Aleph a copy of the Turquoise Serpent Club. So I'm guessing that, obviously because this happens in the past, Recoleta has already written that book, and that's the book that she has given to Aleph. Because initially I thought it was a real life book, so I tried searching for books called the Turquoise Serpent Club, but I couldn't find shit. So I thought it was like some sort of obscure thing. Nope, it's an in-game book, a book that exists in the game's universe. Small talk during work is inevitable. Big Reg. So from what I remember, Regulus is a member of Laurent. I think they inducted her just recently. Okay, let's do the surprised and the arduous one, because I do want Lorenz's Psycube. I haven't, even though I did already do the mains that's catered to Lingering Glow, but I had to use a different Psycube on her. Okay, here we go. Here's the wheel. Here's the wheel. Let's invert it. Okay. All enemies gain Moxie +1, dig all attacks for 1 round. It clicks once. Okay. So this is a
I'll keep them up.
This is a hindrance. Again, I couldn't read it on CN, so I just kind of played it.
Flying feathers.
The wind will lead the way. A well-measured strike. My responsibility. Leaping solid stone.
Kind of annoying.
A sacred charge. Their strength in restraint.
Oh, they're all about to die. Get him, honey. Easy. Okay, so I get another round, right. Can I skip it? Okay, let's give this to us. I don't want them to dodge, it would be lame.
I have the rear.
Alright, don't waste your breath. Restraint is part of let me handle the pain.
Strike when the time is right.
It's out with you! My responsibility.
Yeah, let's go, Chong. 8,000 for the Psy Cube, right? I'm just gonna work towards the Psy Cube.
Who's there?
Here goes. Spin the wheel, make the deal. What's something we didn't skip one last time, so let's skip one. Oh fuck yeah!
I have the rear.
Keep your guard up. Don't waste your breath.
Flying feathers.
It's out with you. Be careful. My responsibility. Whip of hair.
And they all die.
万恶接触，降了出。
Are there any injuries?
Yeah.
Give me a shot. I'm here to help.
You're still not even close. The cemetery. Bleak wind sweeps through the quiet streets at the outskirts of the city. The still night has a foreboding gloom to it. It is that very gloom drawing the camera-headed girl toward a long-abandoned cemetery.
At the third fork in the road along Silver Sun Street, Morelos District, after hearing 3 chirps, turn right at 1137 Blue Parrot Lane.
Wonder if that's a real place. I'd love to visit there. My parents are in Mexico City right now. I'm very jealous. He looks over her note to detail the list of instructions relayed by the vigil.
Step 1. Elephant spin. Specifics. Pinch your nose with one hand and stretch out your other arm like an elephant trunk.
I forgot why she had to do all of this weirdo ritualistic hazing shit. I can't remember if it's like a practical joke that Mona plays, or if it's just some sort of ritualistic summoning thing.
It has to mean something. Like in the original Indiana Jones. My 15th favorite movie.
Well, I wouldn't say it's exactly like the arc. I need to see Loggerhead's movie list. I'm really curious. I can't remember if it's a trace. I guess we'll see later. But I think I remember something about it being about her favorite movies list. We know what it is. I can't remember how it was accessed though.
When the time is right, the jewel on the scepter will reflect the sunlight and point to where the treasure is. But how am I supposed to do that without a nose to pinch?
You could hold your camera nozzle.
Never mind. Just do your best. But I intend to have a word with the vigils concerning the accessibility of their rituals for awakened like me.
Just have Laplace build you a nose.
1, 2, 3, 4.
With earnest effort, she bends down and begins spinning in place. By the count of 10, Loggerhead wobbles upright. Without realizing it, she's wandered to the center of the cemetery courtyard.
Next, whistle the tune of La Llorona.
I remember when the poster came out and Lady by the Lake was mentioned as one of the characters. My friends and I were theorizing whether this would have something to do with La Llorona, because it's a Lady of the Lake, right? That's basically what La Llorona is. And obviously we know that Rusalka exists thanks to Vila, so it was like a kind of speculation. And because Lady of the Lake had to do with like Arthurian mythology, like Camelot and that sort of shit, right? So we were theorizing what kind of connections it had, only for it to be the fucking painting.
Right! That's the one I recorded Mr. Allen playing for me.
Maybe maybe sometimes we look too much into being. That's kind of how we're conditioned as reverse fans, huh? A strained, tuneless whistle drifts over the cemetery. Nothing changes. Her cinematic imaginings of a midnight ritual awaking something in the deep night seem for naught. A night wind sweeps past, and though it lacks any cold to it, she finds herself shuddering out of habit.
Nothing. Huh. Could be that I was too slow. Alright, just try. Try again. Miss Black Ibis and Mr. Allen are trustworthy vigils. They wouldn't be pulling your leg on something like this. Besides, I need to get the info from this mysterious exorcist. I've got to find that mineral pigment before Lorentz Butterfly does.
I forgot that it was a competition, apparently. She spins again, following the steps exactly as directed, and whistles. A rustling noise interrupts her broken tune. Not far off, a coffin lid begins to creak open. A dark shadow rises from within! And it's just a cute Latina. The cute Latina shorty. Her cheek pierces the night sky.
Who's there?
Why is she intelligent?
Don't waste your breath.
I'll keep them occupied.
Keep your guard high. A flawless defense.
Flying feathers!
Here, take a primrose. This is a mess.
See you later!
Save your words for the chorus. Wait! You're not Miss Ramona, are you? The exorcist that Miss Black Ibis and Mr. Allen recommended?
Yeah, Mona! The girl before her wears a dry expression, her hair still a mess from whatever dream she'd pulled out of. Most importantly, she's a living, breathing arcanist. I love that she just lives in the fucking coffin. Like, where do you get your water and food, lady?
Metalhead be the metal heart.
Oh my... If any of you have watched the Pyrenite screams...
Guess that's why they made you a heat woman. No time for talk.
Oh lord.
Just get straight to the smacking, yeah?
So if anyone watches the Pyrenite streams, you know very well that I think Ramona's voice is insanely attractive. And it still works.
Oh no. I'm so sorry, Miss Ramona. See, I just spun around 20 times so my head was a little scrambled. Trust me, there's not a violent reel in my body. I would only ever use force as a last resort. Clearly not a fan of whistling either. Cause that was the worst La Llorona I've ever heard.
Okay, to be fair, she doesn't have lungs. To be fair, she doesn't have lungs. It's kind of hard for someone to whistle when they don't have lungs. I can't whistle, I have lungs.
Oh, so the spinning and whistling were part of the ritual after all. Sure are. What does it do exactly? Summon something, or is it more unusual? Mostly it stops Vigil from crashing the party.
They're too prideful to do that shit.
See, ordinary folks don't usually whistle and spin round in a cemetery. Let alone twice. Though, even the Vigil usually figure out this ritual just means don't show up uninvited.
It is... She hits me in a lot of weak spots. This is like exactly the type of Latina that I like and that I grew up around in the Bay Area. Like with the messy hair, the dark but not too dark skin. Ugh. It's not good for my heart. She rises up from her coffin and examines the camera-headed girl wearily. If she had the right equipment for it, her face would be beet red by now.
Oh.
You think I can do that?
Well, I
Blushing
heard
robot?
You know just about everything there is to know about Mexico City. Miss Ramona, Miss Black Ibis recommended you. See, I have an important mission, and I was hoping you'd help me. There's been a mix-up. Your people need to quit assuming which side I'm on. Yeah, I don't mess around with the gangs, but I don't have any love for the cops either.
I love the puffy sleeves, and I love the scarf, and I love the kind of trails. Like, hold on, turn this off. I love the tape. Is this like a CD player? That's so cool. I love this. I love that. Just hanging off her. And then she's got the plants, the strap. For some reason, half of her thing is covered, but it's, you know, it reveals a little bit of skin. I don't know how she manages to get by with it, with this. Like, it's just barely fucking hanging on. I don't know how the hell. But she's on the smaller side, so I guess it makes sense, right? And then the big ass fucking mop.
The Vigil pay for my time and expertise. I'm not interested in mixing myself up with trouble. Sometimes I get rid of the stuff regular folks can't see for a few extra pesos. So maybe I know the city better than most. But I don't concern myself with the land of the living.
I also just realized her scarf is clipped on.
Why don't you run along back to the Foundation, metalhead? And tell Black Ibis to knock off the recruitment tactics. I'm not buying what she's selling. Oh, and tell him to stop mucking up my house, too. I'm trying to
her
make
facial
living
expressions.
here.
Her facial expressions are so cute. Like her mouth just kind of being smaller and just shifting off to the side is so cute.
Your house? You mean this place? Oh, don't get me wrong. I have the utmost respect for everyone's preferences and beliefs. I mean, nowhere's better than a coffin for a long nap.
It's cooked. It's cooked. It's cooked. She has no idea what she's talking about. She turns on her heel without a word, leaving no room for explanation.
Oh, wait! Miss Ramona, I don't work for the Vigils, and I'm not here on Miss Black Ibis's behalf. I'm here looking into details about a smuggling ring. All I need are some leads about this new mineral pigment. Oh, and I can pay. I have...
Hot dog and a handshake, baby. She rummages through her pockets, creating an almost ludicrous amount of clattering and clinking as she does. That sounded like Minecraft walking. When she looks up, Ramona has reappeared before her, silent as a ghost.
Goodness, you came back quick.
Huh.
Sorry, I didn't bring much with me. Can I write you an IOU? A new type of mineral pigment, huh?
Oh, I love when she raises her eyebrow. Oh my god.
Right on the money. It's some kind of special arcane material. Miss Black Ibis told me there wasn't any information on it at the Bureau, but that you might have heard something. So, have you got any leads? Anything on this new type of pigment? Manus Vindictae or Arcanist smuggling gangs?
She racks her mechanical brain for every possibility.
It's not much to go on. But the talk about a new type of pigment did remind me of something. Is it something serious? You heard about those arcane murders that have been happening around the city? Well, we've heard more than enough for everyone.
No.
City's buzzing with rumors.
That's right.
First, it was some poor sap they found in the suburbs. Cops say he drowned. Weird thing was, there wasn't so much as a puddle for kilometers around. 5 days later, a businessman, a real patron type, found dead in his mansion. He had that place guarded like a palace, but no one saw a damn thing. Somehow, Hermano falls into a vivarium filled with all kinds of illegal critters. I'm surprised they even figured out he drowned. There wasn't much left of him when I got there.
Drowned in a critter box.
Oh, good gracious! I hadn't heard anything.
Okay, so they did send they sent all the free CN stuff. I might take a bit of a detour and log in to claim it. So expect a transition after I'm done with this episode. Loggerhead flinches. She didn't expect things to take such a sharp turn.
Yeah, well, I get a front row seat on every new crime. Comes with the territory. This city's special, got its own way of doing things. Folks here aren't strangers to the supernatural. But no matter how weird things got, they used to follow some kind of rhyme or reason. Now, it seems like even the Vigils don't got a clue what's up and what's down anymore.
Yeah, that's pretty obvious from what we've seen. With all the bullshit that they were going through.
They're wasting their time sniffing around after the local gangs. But with how deep those roots run, that's a long trail to nowhere. Meanwhile, the bodies keep piling up, with not a single clue worth chasing. And then there's you, suddenly showing up, talking about stuff I've
Her
never
mouth
heard
is so
of
tiny, it's so cute. She holds her gaze on the strange visitor from the Foundation.
Could be, with the storm, something new slipped its way into the city. Like you.
What? Oh, no. Miss Ramona, there's no way I could be the killer. I just got here.
You fucking dumbass, that's not what I meant.
Yeah, I know. Is that metal head of yours busted? You don't exactly look the part of a murderer. Point is, the Vigil are running blind and chasing their own tails. I'm not looking forward to having to cleanse any more messy crime scenes.
I like how when she didn't do it now, but I like when she raises her eyebrow, you can tell even with the mop of hair in front of it. Like it's still kind of visual and you can see it when it happens. It's striking.
Might just be the breakthrough they need.
Gosh! So, then you're gonna join my investigation, right?
I didn't say that. All I said...
Having learned from last time, Loggerhead throws herself at the mercy of the Exorcist before she can say no.
But it sounds like you also care a lot about this, right? We can help each other!
Ay, por Dios. Are there any ears on that hunk of metal?
Oh my lord, please cuss me out.
Shucks. Where are my manners? I haven't introduced myself. I'm Latham. Nice to meet you, Miss Ramona.
That's true, I forgot she hasn't said anything about what her name actually was.
On behalf of the Timekeeper, I hereby thank you for your help. Oh, let me add it to my to-do list. Thank you.
I know.
Oh, God. That disappointed look when she gives you after you say some dumb shit. After I read this trace, I will switch to my CN account and claim what is needed. Everything's here, what interests you, what doesn't. Movies to watch for Mexico. Underworld. Scarface? That's really funny. That Loggerhead has watched Scarface. Unfortunately, I've only seen one of these movies, that being Scarface. I've never seen Macario. I've heard of Like Water for Chocolate. I think that one's the one with what's her name? Damn. No, oh wait, no, I'm thinking of something else. Never mind. Yeah. No, turn the volume here down for just a second. And then I will switch to my CN account. There we go. Ooh, baby, look at these rewards! The apology rewards go kinda crazy. Now, as for the skin, I already picked what skin I want. I am going to be grabbing Capellia's. Wait, what? I can't... Oh, that's bullshit! Oh, that is so fucking lame. God damn it! I was really hoping I could pick Capellia's. Fuck. As for which one I do want, though, who's a character I use a lot? Actually, you know what? You can use Marcia's before it comes out on global.
The suitcase of yours. You carried it through the fires of war.
Quite loud. Although the EP is one of the best of the entire.
Your poised, gentle footsteps
Oh, why is she blushing here? It's so cute.
As a medic, you know what footsteps can signify. When they come fast and heavy, they often carry death on a stretcher.
Sick. I really wanted Capellia's unique is awesome. Fortunately. Alright, now that I've claimed that, it's time to switch back. Probably stop at around stage 10 or 11. I need to eat. Ghost Saw.
Another case? That makes 5. And it's only been 3 days since the last.
The intervals are getting shorter.
You two slackjaws owe me an explanation.
That's right. Her fake southern accent.
Sorry, miss...
Jones, Special Investigator for the Storm-Era Historical Monitoring Department at the Buenos Aires branch of the St. Pavlov Foundation and Field Agent Administration. Do I need to show you my ID again? So this is the 5th case, huh? And you're telling me that after a whole month and 2 applications for backup, you got squat to show for it?
The fake accent is so funny. He's kind of taking advantage of how frazzled everyone is.
Actually, it hasn't been a month yet, Miss Investigator.
Because from what I remember from UA, the vigils are like the not the bottom, but like they're very low on the totem pole in terms of like actual information. In terms of how much information that they're actually given by the Foundation, so they know so fucking little about what actually goes on. Like, unless you're higher up like Black Ibis, you're basically in the dark for 99% of cases. So it's like, it's the easiest thing to take advantage of.
Call me Miss Jones.
Like, in general, the Foundation just as an organization, they're not very organized, which makes sense, right? The storm completely fucked over everything. So it makes sense that someone like Lorenz, who just really doesn't give a shit, she would take advantage of that.
So, give me the latest.
So I don't know why she needs to put on the southern accent.
Yes, Miss Jones. The incident occurred at around 8 p.m. last night. Lots of people home, but no one reported hearing anything unusual. The victim exhibited clear signs of drowning, but there's no water sources nearby, and no evidence of the body having been moved.
We believe that everything occurred here. We found nothing using human investigation methods, so it must be another arcane crime.
She turns from them to scrutinize the crime scene, treading the fine line of stern authority like she was born to it.
What's the status of the Arcanum detection?
Damning. There's arcane traces all over the scene. Like a ritual was held here. We tried to follow the fluctuations trail, but they just disappeared. Our perp must have scrubbed it clean before leaving.
Ah, that does make things tricky. So drowning, huh?
I also like how there are
Seems
some
like
points
solving the
where her
mystery of
natural
this
French
ritual
voice
could
can
be the
kind of
key to
her.
cracking
like,
the
it kinda slips
case.
through.
There's no record of this arcane fluctuations particular signal in the Visuals Bureau archives.
Ooh, I just realized this cadet sounds kind of Chinese.
So it's either very rare, or a brand new form of arcane skill.
But she kind of has that accent that Black Ibis has.
Hand the case file over. I'll see if I can wrangle some help from the Foundation.
That would be great, Miss Jones. Please contact us if you have any new leads.
You got it.
Sorry I'm late. Something came up on the way.
Miss Black Ibis. Alan.
Who was that?
Miss Jones from some branch of the Foundation. She's investigating this case as well. She said she's going to contact the Foundation for additional support.
Another new face from the Foundation.
Yeah, you
Quite
see
a
how
few of them
disconnected-
showing up these days on there.
You see how disconnected they are? Like it's such an odd, like, disheveled organization.
Or are things getting so divided that everyone's setting their own teams?
After having no reason to suspect ill intent, Black Eva soon puts the incident out of mind.
Carlos, I need you to identify the victim's details. Friends, family, employer. Lin Hui, you stay on the scene and continue searching for any additional arcane energy fluctuations.
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, so he knows their names. He just doesn't bother to remember any of them. Or does she just fuck with people? She lets out a soft sigh as she waves the other cadets off, leaving only her trainee.
You do know this is pointless, right?
We will need it for the documentation anyway. But if the pattern holds, these victims will have no relation yet again. This is no ordinary crime of passion.
All that means is that we haven't identified the killer's criteria.
That's the worst part. Knowing that we know nothing. Do you think it could be our old friend, Manus Vindicti? Pigment smuggling? The resurrection ritual? Maybe Latham is right. Maybe there are mana secrets hidden in the dark corners of the city. And these cases play some part in it.
The vigil pauses. Something clicks.
Just like Paris, before the fifth storm.
Ah, there you go. Flowing feast reference.
You suspect Madame Boaniche and her jewel hunter could be involved again?
Always. Something tells me she's hiding a great deal about the depth of Myth incident.
Yes, we know that to be true because Feliciane covered up for Adele.
Her true identity, her movements, her involvement with the Manus. Each could be essential to our investigation.
Now that's curious to me. I'm guessing this takes place... Like, this takes place at around, like, a little bit after a Flowing Feast, right? So, it's not here. Like, eventually they find her, right? Because Beryl does come back, she does have an audience with Constantine and Vertin, and eventually Matilda. Right, and now she's canonically in the suitcase. So at some point, Beryl does reveal her face. She does reveal herself to the Foundation, and they kind of link up. How does that happen ever since then? Are we gonna see more clues to this?
But we haven't detected any arcane fluctuations like that incident. If there were any fluctuations as serious as those, we would have noticed them in no time. But this is already the 5th case. I don't think they're related.
You make a good point. Maybe I'm just a paranoid.
I wouldn't say that.
Ma'am, the record is complete.
Well done. Contact the local hospital to take away the victim's body. Let's go, Bruno. And call the exorcist. Let's make sure this stays hush-hush.
It's such a good bit. It's such a good bit.
Don't worry, Miss Ramona. I'm fully aware of how important it is to protect the integrity of the crime scene.
Room. They're all just going around. They're all just going into the same fucking room.
Before we left, I replayed a load of my favorite detective movies. Alibi, Death on the Nile, even a filmed production of The Mousetrap.
You watched Death on the Nile? I mean, thankfully it wasn't the fucking 2022 version. It wasn't the fucking... It wasn't the, enough champagne to fill the Nile. Wasn't that shit.
Let's get started. I'm sure we'll find some crucial...
The movie is so ass. Ramona interrupts her detective fantasy.
Look, I don't know what kind of deal you made with the Vigil to let you muck around in their crime scene, but here's my deal. I'm not here to help you with your investigation. Now stay out of my way. I got a job to do.
Oh, right. The job. Okay, well, is there anything I can help with? I'll do whatever you want. Oh, how about some footage of the scene? I've got it all recorded.
For what? They're like right there already. Her enthusiasm lands on deaf ears.
Mr. Allen was right. You definitely need to have a way with words to deal with her.
She's right there. You're saying that in front of her face. The exorcist produces annatto seeds, wormwood, and marigold from the case she carries, arranging them in order at the center of the apartment. The candle is lit, its glow washing over her face and eyes. The flame flickers, releasing a strange aroma, and the air grows even more still.
What are these? Some herbs for casting arcane skills?
Arcane crimes cause huge spikes in energy fluctuations. The tremors are so strong that they form a kind of vortex of sorts, pulling any nearby invisible entities to them, like a whirlpool. And once it's started, it'll keep on going, till you use the right arcanum. If you leave it, well, the vortex only gets stronger. Soon enough, this place will be haunted. Least, that's what regular people would call it. That's why they pay me to do what I do.
Wonder what her rates are. Ramona takes to the work with professional detachment, but Loggerhead feels something strange, a creeping chill that puts her ill at ease.
By invisible entities, you mean...
Ghosts?
They're like hidden arcane energy fluctuations? Or unsettled pneuma?
I like that they explain ghosts this way.
I guess what you're fishing for is...
The air above the candle's flame begins to warp, twisting into a form both human and not, in the most unsettling way.
Ghosts? I didn't know you could just reveal them like that.
Call them whatever you like. It's all the same.
Kick our asses. Gonna put this on auto. Water. Jesus.
I'm curious. Can a robot be haunted too?
Oh shit, it was a talking scene. I'm curious, can a robot be haunted too?
May I ask why you asked that question, Miss Ramona?
I'll kick them off. I have to. Flying feathers.
Bears, I guess. That's one card off from my usual rotation. Oh, that's why.
Take this.
My responsibility.
The wind will lead the way.
Return to your position.
I'm really not made for fighting.
I figured you for a scaredy cat. How would you manage to be made out of metal, fearless, and still useless?
God damn, girl, why'd you have to do her like that? You should insult me instead.
If you can't fight, the least you could do is give me a laugh.
Wait! Miss Ramona, there's something wrong with your candle.
Oh, and I love how she squints too. Her little eyebrows. Aw, she's so fucking cute. The flame flickers harder, as if caught in a strong wind, yet refusing to snuff out.
Shh, ilusiones apartaos. La verdad se revela.
I don't know that Spanish, unfortunately. I'm not that
Este lugar,
advanced.
este instante, revelado ante mí, mostrado para mí.
Oh, she says this in one of her battle lines. Play as her in CN. She's the only poison character I have, so I just throw her in plain promptu. Her voice is ethereal, as if speaking to another world entirely. The tiny flame settles and the last wisp of smoke bends at an unnatural angle, pointing the way.
There's another fluctuation here. Besides the pneuma that's been drawn over.
Her mouth get bigger?
Looks like the candlelight's leading us toward the kitchen. Are there still ghosts there? Didn't we just scare them all off?
Ramona steps into a long, idle kitchen before crouching to pick through a pile of firewood. After a time, she pulls out a half-burned scrap of canvas cloth. Man, that shit's still fucking burning. A strange symbol surfaces from the still warm ashes.
I've seen this before. Somewhere.
Music's so good, oh my god.
Have you found something, Miss Ramona?
Yeah, maybe. I know someone who can answer my questions, but I wouldn't call it good news. This symbol won't take us anyplace safe.
Her revelation is dry and fatalistic, as if she were tugged unwillingly to the answer.
I know where to go.
God, I love how dry she is. Fuck. Oh, okay. It's just some flowing feast recap. Why is she called Broom? I forget. Yes, that's right. The first time we see Lorenz Butterfly is when she talks to Aleph. The linguist still exists? No way. So this has to take place. So this takes place after Folie, because Aleph is imprisoned in La Paz. But the linguist still exists? The linguist disappeared. In Aleph's character story, the linguist disappeared. Right? Like he and the idealist were working together to create the perfect language, and then he just up and dipped. I guess he's back. Changeless Room is the godly name for a cell for the smartest men alive. It's nice to see you doing okay after all this time. At dusk, the sun casts its last fading warmth. Deep in the alley, a bustling little shop hums as craftsmen prepare candy skulls for the upcoming festivities.
Dios mío, Ángel! Hurry up! If you hadn't guaranteed you could finish the work before the end of the day, I never would have hired you. All this candy needs to get to Diago's before tomorrow.
Oh, Mexican candy, that's another thing I miss. The supermarket, the mall near me has a supermarket where there are like Chupa Chups and shit like that, but like,
Sí, Jefe. I understand.
Oh, and Senora Juarez and La Roma want you to repaint their family tomb.
God damn, they got this while working his tail off.
Charlie! I almost forgot. I need to go to Christina's to pick up some marigolds before dark.
The storekeeper dashes off.
There are still more than 100 pieces of candy to go.
The sun falls behind the distant hills and the craftsmen begin to leave. In the dim candlelight, his shadow dances on the wall. The footsteps break the silence.
Me gustan los dulces.
Los usamos para recibir a los difuntos en la tierra de los vivos, guiando sus almas a descansar en sus hogares una vez más. Los aztecas creían que la vida es un ciclo. La muerte es solo una parte de un ciclo sin fin. un reflejo de la vida. Y la forma en que morimos determina cómo comienza nuestra siguiente existencia. Las almas de los guerreros que entregaron la vida en batalla se alzan con el sol en el palacio de Talocan, entonando cantos de triunfo.
Talocan. So Namor's world and Namor's kingdom in Black Panther 2 has a similar name. I guess Talocan came from Tlalocan. Makes sense.
Y 4 años después regresarán a la tierra convertidos en mariposas y colibríes de vivos colores.
Those are the 2 animals painted on the mural.
Can you tell me if that's true, Miss Ramona?
You recognize me?
Restore music.
The children from the Morelos district call you Ramona the Ghost Seer. They say it was you who brought back the soul of Anna Solo. To hear it from them, you are some kind of all-powerful wise woman hidden in the shadows. One who knows this city better than anyone. Of course, others say you're from a well-known family of psychics, though it seems as if you've chosen another path.
They're just stories. Rumors, really. I don't see ghosts.
Her reply is curt yet casual. Her past is behind her. She evidently likes to keep it that way.
What they call ghosts are just pneuma, or say a kind of arcane energy fluctuation. They exist, but not as some shimmering spirits. They're more like a cool breeze.
What the fuck is a night then? What's click? What's poltergeist?
But hey, people believe what they want to believe. Kids and adults too, I guess. Everybody's got unfinished business with the dead. So they want me to see ghosts, they believe it. That way they've still got a chance to say what they never got to.
Ah, my apologies, Miss Ramona. You're right. It was nothing but wishful thinking.
He unconsciously lets his eyes fall on her Vigil's Bureau attaché badge. It holds no authority, but it sets the tone of their conversation.
So, is there something I can do for you?
Yeah. I got a couple questions. These symbols. I think you might know them.
An arrow, a bow, and a net, according to the Codex Chimalpain. These are the gifts given to the Aztecs by the sun god, Huitzilopochtli.
Hello, Mr. Van Steen, I don't know. No problem, it's fine.
It's got the emblem of the Turquoise Serpent Club, too. Which is the biggest smuggling ring in Mexico City. Controlled by that arcanist Perez.
Still a few more chapters I have until I need to hop on out of here. He tucks away the scrap of cloth.
Can't be too many folks around who know you work for him. But those occult paintings at his club had to come from someone. Yeah. But your boss has been acting strange the last few weeks, right? More cutthroat than ever. He's planning something big. Everyone knows it. And an auction to the tune of an ancient bloody civilization is the best way to start it.
Then it is true. Nothing in this city escapes you. And should I presume this interrogation has been commissioned by the Vihir Bureau?
The Vihir?
Yeah, I started at 1 p.m. my time. So that was 2 hours ago, yeah.
You think I shed a single tear over injustice? Think I care about your boss's little auction? Nah. You and I both know that Arcanist gangs aren't to be messed with. And I'm not in the business of making messes.
You can make a mess out of me.
But strange things are brewing in the shadows. On street corners, behind people's smiles, in the boarded up buildings, the pneuma is stirring up all around town, hovering over the city like a shroud, echoing in every howl and shriek in the night.
A damn descriptive storyteller.
Like nothing I've ever felt before. Who knows what'll happen if things stay this way?
It's your arcane gift warning you about the coming crisis.
I wouldn't call it a gift. Especially when you're born into a so-called psychic family.
He leaves it at that, unwilling to say more.
Look, I know you know something about these arcane murders. There's already been 5 of them. And it's gotta have something to do with these weird spikes in the pneuma. That's how I found these symbols, left behind at one of the crime scenes. So, I want to know the connection between the club and these killings.
He wrestles the question out, realizing she's about to step far deeper into this growing mess than intended.
If they are indeed related, that is, if it truly is the Turquoise Serpent Club who's responsible, what will you do?
I'm not paid to solve crimes. The Vigil got plenty of investigators. If they can't figure things out, that's on them.
Have to admire someone willing to go above and beyond their duty.
The pain of time zone differences. I'll probably try and find a better time to stream, like probably right when I wake up. I'm not one of those people who need all these elaborate caffeinations to function in the morning. A gentle smile flickers across his face, then fades just as fast.
But I must apologize, señorita. You know I work for the club. And you know that means I can't provide any help.
That's so? Didn't expect you to be so loyal. If I remember, you used to be a plain old pigment supplier. Until Perez started snatching up every artist in town. I figured you didn't come into the job willingly. Was I wrong? You're not so different from those other artists, really. Just a little more flexible. That's why Perez gave you a longer leash. If they can prove Perez guilty, the Vigil will.
I'm afraid it's time for you to leave. This conversation will remain between us. You have my word.
Oh boy. She rolls her eyes, though the emotion is much directed at herself as Anil. Playing detective isn't in her job description.
Sorry for wasting your time. Hasta luego.
Dia de los Muertos is coming. Please, take some decorations with you. I wouldn't have you leave empty-handed.
Heh. Quite the salesman, huh?
Aw, she's so cute when she
Still
smiles.
making
I love her
deals
so
even now.
much. He takes the candies with a smirk and tosses 2 Sharpodontes his way. Damn. I wonder how valuable Sharpodontes actually are, because, like, us players spend millions of it, like, every week. Like, building characters and shit. So I'm very curious as to how much it's actually worth. Like, if there's an arcane exchange rate, what's 1 Sharpodonte to $1 US? I'm very curious. The little house in her dusty, long-forgotten cemetery. The quiet of her coffin. A familiar place to unwind after work. Usually. Tonight, however, she'll find no such rest.
Miss Ramona, you're back! How'd your investigation go? The guy you went to see, is he a friend or one of your informants? I knew there was something else going on.
What are you still doing here? When I said don't follow me, I didn't mean camp out at my place and jump me later.
Oh, I know. It must have been one of your ghost buddies.
I don't have ghost buddies.
She has ghost buddies. I watched her trailer.
It's the symbols we found at the crime scene. An arrow, a bow, and a net. They're the symbols of a powerful smuggling ring. The Turquoise Serpent Club. I know a guy who I thought was being forced to work for him.
Yeah, me too. I feel the same way. It kind of comes back to me in spades. Like, I need need to start. I'm glad I'm able to rewatch this so I can start fine-tuning my script for the eventual video. Like,
I see.
And because I don't read traces because I can't read Chinese, well, then. I have all this new information.
Don't get your gears all spun up. He seems way too loyal for someone who's got a gun to his head. I got nothing from him. Except this thing.
Ramona, someone would be loyal if they're being threatened with death. That's kind of how it works. I love you, but come on.
Take it. Saves you some souvenir shopping. Now beat it.
Whoa! What's this?
Just a knick-knack.
She's lying. Hello, Mr. Papa Aerostar. The #1 Hisabeth fan that I see all the time.
Wait. I've changed my mind.
Oh shit, the candle's pulsating. It's Professor Xing all over the place.
Huh?
Loggerhead has barely enough time to register the item in her hand before the exorcist snatches it back. She places the candle in her palm and studies it closely, then she puts it away.
I take it back. He might not be as loyal to the club as I thought.
What do you mean?
I'll get you something else to take home.
Sneaky. I need to turn down the volume, I can barely hear myself. Laurenti's vid. Is that the Laurence L'Oreal commercial? I've not watched it. I've heard of it. Okay, so this is her exorcism techniques. I love rosemary. Fantastic herb. The night of the art auction. It's already 12:15, 15 minutes past their agreed meeting time, yet the mysterious bandit is a no-show. Anil grows more anxious with every passing minute. A click comes from the side door.
I thought? Never mind.
I'll turn it down in OBS.
Senorita Butterfly. You're late.
The music on my end, on my computer, was just making it hard for me to hear myself.
Sorry. My luck always seems to lead me into trouble. Once I was tracking down a woman in Barcelona, an arcanist who was dragged into some critter lovers parade. I almost broke a leg.
Why we need a reverse story in Spain badly. I don't know why we still haven't. We don't have one in Spain. We don't have one in Italy. You'd think they do. You'd think they do stories there, but no. I'd love to see it. Love to.
In Casablanca, I was a split second from shooting my target dead, but the moment I pulled the trigger, he turned to stone. Turns out his old rival cast a petrifying incantation on him.
The more I learn about Arcanum, the more confusing it is, and honestly, I kind of like it like that. You mean you can just fucking turn people to stone? Like, it's not even like a Petrificus Totalis. No, it's just like he's just straight a rock now. Her apology is a half-hearted politeness. She pays him little mind as she stows away the badge she used to pick the lock.
You have quite the intriguing past.
Has the auction started?
See. The guests have all arrived.
Excellent. When the lights are all fixed on the stage, it'll be the perfect time to sneak in. Though I don't hear a sound. You sure you didn't take me to a funeral by accident?
This isn't the auction venue.
The forger leads her towards the giant sunstone exhibit.
After the Spanish conquered Tenochtitlan, the new archbishop buried the Sunstone, a symbol of Aztec civilization.
Which Bupak will focus away from Europe. Yeah, I would like that too. However, I think people are being a little too delulu. Everyone's begging for Southeast Asia, and it's like, I'm sorry, that's never gonna happen with the way China treats those countries. Like, I'm Pinoy, I know that I'll never get a Pinoy chapter because China and the Philippines are still fighting over the sea, the South Philippine Sea, or whatever it was called. Never gonna happen. No Japan or Korea patch either. So the most we'll unfortunately get is like the last non-Chinese Asia patch was India, Journey to Morpog. That was 1.3. That was a long time ago.
The stone was rediscovered in 1790 during repairs to the Mexico City Cathedral.
Yeah, 3.8 is gonna be in East Europe. Don't know where though. I'm hoping for Poland. I think Poland would be a really cool place. I think Poland would be a really sick place to have a story.
Thus, it's said that the cathedral was built on the Templo Mayor of the Aztec civilization.
Don't tell me this massive rock above me is the only genuine artifact in the building.
Although I wouldn't be surprised if we also have a South America chapter, because they've been kind of leading into that lately, like the new game mode, the Truth a Posteriori, takes place in El Dorado, right? Well, Africa, obviously, for very unfortunately obvious reasons, will probably never get a patch. Unless it's like Egypt or something, but even then.
What will you say next? That you stole it from the museum?
Of course not. It's merely another forgery to decorate the club, when foreign buyers feel immersed in an exotic, ancient civilization. They start to loosen their purse strings. I joined its production, not certain I was entirely successful in recreating its complex color. This sunstone is the entrance to the auction.
It's not me, man. It's China. It's China. They do not like. They're the ones who don't like you, not me.
If you will, señorita. I believe you know how to activate it.
The energy in the stone, it's flowing, pulsing even. It connects across land, spanning cities and valleys, and spreading to the far reaches of the world. Masterful. A teleportation ritual hidden in stone. Activated by awakening the correct symbol.
You remember the contents of the invitation?
Of course.
Why would I not remember that? Jeez. The radiance awakens a blinding light that radiates outward from the sunstone.
The teleportation ritual is about to begin.
I'm guessing we can't talk the end story here, yeah? Depends. Whoever else is still in chat, if they know.
Be prepared, señorita.
The teleportation.
Some side effects from the process.
I referenced Harry Potter earlier, and now it's all I'm kind of thinking about when it comes to comparisons. This is making me think of the flu powder.
Time to see what this auction's all about.
Yeah, with the green fire and everything, it's just like the Flu Network. What the heck? Past the witching hour, in the dark of the cemetery, a candle is lit. A pair of still eyes gaze deeply into the little flame.
The auction should have started a while ago. So why isn't anything happening? This guy isn't exactly the type to joke about this kind of stuff.
Her patience wears thin. A crackle of frustration ripples in her voice.
The candle's almost burnt out. What's it supposed to do?
Loggerhead cups her hands around the candle's flame, shielding it from the wind so it doesn't burn too fast. If you do see in story scenes, I probably will. Once 3.8 comes around, I probably will. Though those ones might be longer because I'll be having to translate everything. which will be a pain, but it is what it is.
It isn't just a candle. It's an arcane tool. See the carvings on the side? It's an ancient ritual.
Yeah, I have no idea about Philosopher King either. No idea. I can't even remember if this was if 3.7 was the first time he was ever mentioned.
It has a synchronizing effect. When a specific
It's a badass name though.
Lighting this candle will replicate it here. But we've only got one chance.
The candle has nearly melted away. The flame falters, hope seems lost, until the dying flame gives out and in its place an arcane array appears as a gale force wind sweeps down around them.
Brace yourself. It's happening.
The wind howls, swallowing her body and voice.
The Foundation really needs to start selling their teleport discs in these new eras.
What makes those any different? I wonder what makes a spell, an actual incantation, different from an array. It's Vertin's father. No, I'm kidding. That'd be really funny, though. A line of pure energy flows along the earth towards a green land deep in the valley, their destination. A flash of light cuts through the darkness. The world spins.
Pull yourself together. Where are you? Double vision, heart palpitations, loss of...
I'll probably call it after chapter 10. So after this and then after that.
Take 3 deep breaths and wait for them to pass. Take some medication distilled from agave.
Does Vicks exist in this era? The cure, aka the cure to every known illness known to man. Just put that shit on. The rush of teleportation gives way to the faint buzz of the microphone and the chattering din of a lively room.
Here we are. The auction site, Senorita Butterfly. Senorita, are you alright? Senorita.
But there's no one beside him. The mysterious intruder has already melted into the crowd.
Seems I can only wish you good luck.
On stage, the club's owner boasts through the speakers about the items at auction, yet curiously remains hidden from view behind a tall screen.
Distinguished people, my ancient noble guests, welcome to the Turquoise Serpent Club. You, fine receivers of our invitation, are the descendants of gods and the true masters of the city. And so, tonight, we will have a feast of the arts for arcanists only.
The invitees burst into applause. Arcanists, smugglers, gangsters, and government officials alike rub elbows on the club's dance floor.
Masters of the city, huh? I like the sound of that. This guy knows what he's doing. Must have some good stuff to sell.
It's said that there's nothing he can't find or do within the confines of the city. You have any idea of the money this guy made smuggling alchemical materials? Enough to make the people living in the Palacio de Iturbide jealous. I'll say that. Everyone here wants a slice of his pie.
Raising boom!
The club thanks you all for our many pleasant dealings over the years. In good faith for our future cooperation, I have prepared a series of arcane artworks for your perusal, all as true as gold. For the fine ladies and gentlemen who are not interested in art, allow me to tell you a little secret. These paintings are only a ticket to the second half of our event. Buy one piece and you've won yourself a chance for deeper collaboration, and even the opportunity to have a face-to-face chat with yours truly. Ah, but perhaps I should not say face. I must maintain some of my allure.
The audience laughs politely on cue.
Now, to introduce our fabulous art pieces, please welcome the rising star of Cubism, a prodigy returning from his studies in France, the greatest painter of the Turquoise Serpent Club. I give you Muriel.
Oh brother, this guy again! The first lot is carried onto the stage. At the same time, a boy is shoved in front of the microphone. Beneath the glaring lights, he looks pale and increasingly helpless.
Muriel, what are you doing? You are up.
It's called non-aristocratic. The title of this painting is non-aristocratic.
Zero stage presence, no sauce. Get this bitch off the stage. He turns towards the auction table timidly. He attempts to gather his thoughts, causing his words to sputter out in broken fragments.
It's inspired by an artist I greatly admire. Las obras que existen solo sobre caballetes y todo arte amado por los intelectuales son propiedad privada de la aristocracia. Art belongs to the public. Unfortunately, I was unable to achieve this during my time in the club. Perhaps that's why I captured Maria, my tutor and friend, as she created this statue. Do you see this, Teresita? I know you're here.
Foreshadowing. Again. Sigh. He darts his eyes around the room, but no one seems to be paying any attention to his rambling. The audience is swept up in the exciting news of this opportunity for cooperation.
You heard that? This is a chance to work with him. If we get distributorship, we're in the big bucks.
Hey, Diablo! No everyone wants a lousy artwork. We need to get one, no matter what.
Uriel seems even rougher than the last time I saw him.
They're all slandering his art, but they need it anyway.
Sorry, Senor Perez. I don't recall what comes next.
You idiot! I told you to concoct an interesting story. Then describe all the expensive materials you used and what arcane skills were involved. Get him off the stage now. I won't have my auction ruined by some half-wit boy who's lost his mind.
The incident does little to dampen the audience's enthusiasm. The painting is soon auctioned off at a high price.
Congratulations to the fine Signora who just won the bid for this great work. Our next item is a very special painting. Very special indeed. I'd love to share how I acquired such a fine piece, but I fear that might piss off a couple bigwigs. So I'll keep it zipped. But let me tell you this. This next piece is more than just a painting.
The club's owner revels in the suspense before theatrically calling for the next lot.
Oh my, thank goodness! My prayers have been heard. The soundproof fabric has finally been removed. I'll stay quiet this time. You have my word. In fact, I'll be utterly silent unless spoken to.
And awaken!
What am I looking at exactly? Is that a face?
On stage, the painting mutters to herself.
This light is rather dazzling. I feel a little faint. I must say, this really isn't the right sort of place to store a painting. Wait, am I on a stage?
It's a really good character design. I can see why it's your favorite. Why would... I don't know. A talking painting would be really fucking annoying. I would not put any amount of money for a talking painting.
What on earth is going on here?
He's just yapping on your wall while you're trying to get shit done. Moments earlier, Laurent's butterfly slipped away from Aniel and into the crowd. Now in short order, she finds herself backstage.
The air here feels different. It's moist. This place is full of plants. Not enough to gather the specifics of the location. But we've gone quite some way from central Mexico City. Explains why I never found much there.
He slinks along the empty hallway.
Auction started. Senor Perez has taken the stage. Wish I was sitting down there. I hear they're giving out unlimited drinks. I could use a tequila.
Taking the stage. Huh. He's still hiding behind that screen.
What?
I said what I said. Don't you think it's strange? Ever since that fire last month, he hasn't shown his face.
You didn't hear? Senor Perez thinks it was an inside job. There's no way someone else got into the gallery that night. It could only have been one of his higher-ups. Still hasn't sniffed out the rat, though, so he's being extra careful for now.
Yeah, what do I look like, a moron? Of course I know. But what I'm saying is, he hasn't talked to anyone face-to-face. No one. Luisa, Javier, Pablo, they can't all be traitors. Layla said she heard some weird sounds coming from Senor Perez's room when she was on night patrol. More than once. She said it sounded like some kind of scurrying thing was moving inside the walls.
A monster in the walls?
I'll bet he got burned bad in that fire and doesn't want anyone to see. Hey, I dare you to sneak backstage and find out.
You crazy? I'm staying put right here. There's no bet worth risking my neck.
I could do you both a favor.
Oh
Find
boy.
out what happened to him.
Whether taking her as an attendee or a guard they don't recognize, the two of them momentarily don't think past the helpful offer.
No kidding. You do that. That'd be great.
You should really be calling him Senor Perez here in the club, though. Wait, who are you?
Puts two in the back of their heads. Oh, don't know why I can't just use mine. Oh wait, I didn't notice that before, even though I've had her on CN for a while. The arcane cloning device is also a teleporter?
The overflow of the cinder, the tremors of fate, peace and quiet, a sacred charge.
Why not? I'm just doing whatever with the fucking wheel at this point. I would much rather my guys get hit with debuffs that don't actually do anything, rather than enemies being able to dodge my shit.
Don't worry, mis amigos. I'll figure it all out for you.
A shame, really. The two patrollers she put down can't exactly say thank you. She steps over her new friends and heads towards the club's backstage.
A talking painting, you say? Don't let your eyes fool you. This is an arcanist, an awakened from the Bateau Le Roi in Montmartre, Very.
Hmm? What?
There's no one behind the screen.
What's going on here?
Yet the non-existent club owner continues hawking their art as if nothing had happened.
This is the artist's understanding of the essence of the world. A reconstruction of
Yes, you're right. Now that I'm listening to it, with the foresight of him being fake, and the voice coming from a microphone, it does really feel like a like an arcane text-to-speech model. Like the random emphasis he puts on words. The way he talks. This is the artist's understanding of the like it does. Now that we know, it does. In hindsight, it does sound very fake.
Perhaps what may interest you much more. We have discovered that within the frame of this painting, there is a vast pocket of hidden space.
Lorentz Butterfly scans the room, finding a small, unremarkable machine off to the side. Codes, a translator, a speaker. The learned member of the Institutum Lorentz identifies their purpose at a glance.
A space where you might store whatever you like, so long as it isn't breathing. Conspicuous arcane materials, controlled items, or even your rival's severed head.
Yeah, like, why does he say it like that?
The greatest of all secret safes, not simply behind the painting, but rather inside the painting.
An audio production machine, a cupboard, and...
A faint noise emerges from the pile of notes. It's the mouse!
Who is this woman? And how did she get back here? Por Dios, get her out of here!
Huh. Seems I've found the real Senor Perez.
The rat. Nice place to leave off, yeah. I'll read this trace and then we'll call it. He's done for. Move. Shut it. Your life worth a cat's ass. I grabbed 3,000 fucking pesos from that place. I off that fuck. Crawl back to your hole. It's only cleaner than the governor's spit. Playing tough, huh? Everyone knows your life ain't worth a single peso. Grab the stuff and go. Who gives a damn? You asshole. I'd rather chew on a rusty pipe than listen to that moron in his cat-ass licking mouth for 3 hours. Jesus God. Who is the dude talking to? Well, I've been on air for almost 3 hours now, so it's probably time I head out. It was a nice first stream. I don't know what happened to the chat. Doesn't show on stream, but I'll get that fixed next time. I'll probably continue tomorrow with some good stuff. And I had fun, even though there wasn't a lot of people who came in until the very end. But yeah, good stuff.